you is, are you ready to accept the call of a mentor?
Afternoon. Yeah, beans. The older I get, the more my freezer looks like my grandmother's. Stuff I never thought I was gonna eat, beans and stuff like that. So, and my husband loves beans, so it's one of those things that I have to tolerate. So that's all good. So today we want to talk about the importance of exercising regularly. Something that you've heard before, I'm sure. You've heard pretty much all your life, even since you were in elementary school. What was recess for? So you can get out and exercise, right? They try to take, I think, recess away from the schools once the schools started back in. I'm like, no, they need to keep that. They need to keep that. So we had to fight for that. So they did that. So what I wanted to talk about today, let me give you a few main points, and then we'll start talking about why is it important to exercise. Matter of fact, let me ask you, you've been hearing it all your life. Why is it important for you to exercise regularly? Anybody? Why do you think it's important?
To keep stress down and your blood pressure.
Stress and blood pressure? Miss Christine?
I was going to say that, but also if you exercise and you keep your body moving, like my mother, she's 90 years old, but she's still doing all her housework and gardening.
Wow.
So,
wow.
If you don't use it, you're going to lose it.
Lose it. Yeah. Anybody? That's true. Anybody else? Why is it important? Cardio. Yep.
Keeps your heart healthy.
Anybody else?
Keeps the joints flexible.
Joints. Oh man. Yes.
I'm in my 80s and I still
What? All right. Amen. Amen. That's what I'm talking about. So, all right. So let me tell you what the studies say. Okay, y'all bear with me. People who exercise regularly have better mental health and emotional well-being, and they lower the rates of mental illness. What I want to bring to you is the part that we normally think about when we're talking about exercise regularly, is that you're exercising for your physical strength, your blood pressure, all the physical things, yes, but you're also exercising for the mental side, your mind, okay? You can't separate the two. You can't separate your mind from your body. So everything is going to benefit together, okay? So exercise is important for people because it boosts your mood. Everybody got mood swings. It ain't just about women having mood swings. Everybody has mood swings, okay? So it boosts your mood. It boosts your mood. It helps you concentrate. When you're trying to do a task and, you can't concentrate, think about when was the last time I took a long walk, or when did I exercise? It helps you be alert. It improves your cardiovascular health, and it just helps your overall health. Exercise doesn't have to be strenuous. So when we think about exercise, we're thinking about a gym. We're thinking about running. We're thinking about 5Ks, things of that, 8Ks, and things of that nature. But it doesn't have to be strenuous, and it doesn't have to take a long time. Okay. Any exercise is better than none. Any exercise is better than none. Experts recommend adults should be active most days, aiming for 2.5 to 5 hours of moderate physical activity, or 1, and that's per week, 1.25 to 2.5 hours of vigorous activity per week. Okay. So it just takes a few minutes at a time. Now, what kind of exercise? Let's see. What problems can exercise help with? May, amongst other things, is Mental Health Awareness Month. Okay, so sometimes we want to talk about what we don't know about, just being aware. It says research has shown us that people who exercise regularly tend to be resistant to many mental illnesses. Exercise can treat current symptoms and prevent future episodes. And this is just exercise in addition to anything else. Eating well, things of that nature. Having family and friends around you. Laughing. Laughing is good exercise. It really is. It helps your body and your mind. It helps. Beginning an exercise plan doesn't have to be difficult. We talked about that before. Walking for as little as 30 minutes 3 times a week.
Wow.
30 minutes 3 times a week at the minimum. 30 minutes. You take a walk. I'm going to tell y'all some things in just a second. Don't worry too much about what exercise you choose. So we were talking about weightlifting, whether it's running. My husband's a runner, biking, climbing. Who's doing that? Walking, jogging, elliptical, like in the gym, the ski machines, swimming, dancing, anything could be. You can call, like you said, or gardening is exercise. I did that once when my husband was playing the garden. That is vigorous.
Yeah.
That is, it's a lot. Yes, it's a lot of work, and I think I've done it once. So I was like, whew, everything. So, now, if you're crunched for time, and most of us are, and even if you're not crunched for time, you might be able to squeeze some exercise into your day. So, for instance, you can do 2 15-minute walks. Work just as well as 30-minute walk. Now, listen to these tips. If you need to make a phone call, you got to make a phone call. Take the phone outside and walk and talk.
Come on.
You don't even think about it as you're exercising. Okay? Christina?
When I go shopping with my mom, we walk the aisles, down every aisle, and especially a place like Walmart.
That's a big store. That's a big store.
And that you can incorporate that. You can. It helps to have something even that small.
Yeah, even walking through Walmart, because you're shopping, you're not thinking about exercising. Let me tell you this, why it works for our mind. It says the levels of chemicals in the brain, such as serotonin, stress hormones, and endorphins, change when you exercise. So these things that we need, you're motivating those chemicals in your brain when you exercise, and it makes your whole body feel better. It says, somebody else, did you raise?
I was saying, what do you think about the low impact for the seniors?
Low impact. That's why this gentleman is sitting here. He's going to show you something in just a second. It says get an exercise partner to hold you accountable, because if you're just doing it by yourself and you don't feel like doing it, guess what? You ain't going to do it. You're not going to do it. Do activity you enjoy. Let's say we're talking about gardening or shopping. So it won't be a chore. Skip the elevator and take the stairs.
Amen.
Let's see. It depends on what floor it's on, right? Okay. So if it's on the 10th floor, you're on the first floor. You say, okay, I'll take the elevator to the 7th floor, and then I'll walk the rest, or something like that. Park in the back of the parking lot and walk to the store.
That's a good one.
That's the exercise, right? Because you got to get back to your car, so you're going back and forth, right? And it says head outside 10 minutes during lunch, and that just says that if you're working or doing anything that's strenuous, like she mentioned, that's stressful, it's really important for you to take a break, separate yourself from what that is, and just kind of walk outside. So Mr. Coach here is going to show us about the low impact exercise and how much this helps. And what he's going to show you is stretching. You don't think stretching is exercise, but stretching does something amazing to our bodies and our minds, because when you can stretch in the morning, it will help you during the rest of your day. It gives you energy. It sends those chemicals going well. But also, stretching in the evening before bed, it helps you sleep.
Wow.
Now, how can that one thing
Yeah.
How can that one thing help you and give you energy and help you sleep? I don't know. Ask God about that. But that's what happens. Ask God about that.
Miss
So
Angie, she was saying for seniors.
for seniors,
Yeah.
yes, for
Isn't
seniors.
swimming considered low impact?
Swimming is low impact. Swimming is good. Any exercise in water is good.
Yeah.
Whether it's swimming, well, you can like, I was dealing with the foot issue and I'm like, that cut off my walking, but I was reading up on it and it says if you walk in the pool, it won't have impact on your joints. Somebody said, yeah, you won't have impact on your joints. So you can walk in the pool, just walk back and forth if you can find a pool. So swimming can be low impact, but swimming can be vigorous as well. It just depends on how you swim. Yep. So that's a good point. Getting in the pool and doing the exercise is excellent. So, Coach,
All right.
can you show
I'm
us?
just going to
some
show y'all
stretching?
3 things. One, this is not so much seniors or non-seniors. This is I'm one of the ones that run, and I like hot weather, which is not always the best for cramping. You get cramps when you're running in hot weather a lot, and I had to learn how to. I had an 8K just recently, but I keep getting a cramp in my lower calf. But this is one you hold onto a chair or the end of a table just like that, and you just raise up just like this. Now, just doing this, if you could feel the muscles in my leg right now, and I challenge a couple of y'all just stand up and just kind of stand behind your chair for a moment. Those that can, and just to let people see, and just lift up on the back, on the front, on the balls of your toes. Don't bend. I want you to do it without bending. Without
Hold on
bending.
to the chair.
Hold on to the chair and just lift up. Yeah, you gotta extend your back. You want straightness, and just lift up on it and just hold it right up there. Don't move. I want y'all to feel that first. Can y'all feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And come back down. Do it again.
That's nice.
And just hold it. Now I want you to hold it for a second.
How many?
Count to 5,
Okay.
and then you come back down.
Okay.
All right. Can you feel that just in those 2?
Yeah.
Again. Down. Again. Down. Now that's with a chair. Same thing with a table. You at the kitchen table and you stand up. Now to the family walking through, you're gonna look kind of crazy a couple days later. But you're getting your exercise on the backs of your calves. Like you cannot fathom how much this is actually helping you for the day. And I have to do this. I'm sorry.
Washing dishes?
Yeah.
Washing dishes, that's another one. When you hold it something like that, and just lift up and try to go as high as you can and hold and count to 5. And I'm gonna give you my coach voice so that you can hear it from now on, all right?
Yeah.
When I say go, we're gonna go, everybody go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down. I'm gonna do that one more time. You'll have that in your head from now on. I know that sounds crazy.
Oh, you will.
Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down. Now, if according to my wife, who holds a master's degree, is correct from her study and the information she just gave you, my brain is now understanding that this is what we're going to do to make me feel better today. Tomorrow we're going to do the exact same thing again, and my mental well-being and my physical well-being is doing good at the same time. Give yourselves a big round of applause. The other one, yes.
How many of those are we wanting?
Yeah, I gave y'all 5, but if you can get to a set of 10, that's where you want to be. You want to do three sets of 10, and then just touch your calf every now and then over the next month. After doing that, you're like, whoa, it's actually getting harder. You know, you'll see what I'm talking about, but it helps you building for stronger later. Or you'll be like me, that I have really skinny ankles. Always had when I ran track, all that, and then I love heat. So I go running, and then you'll be like me, and you get stuck out there because you didn't stretch properly. You got to call Pastor Nancy and say, please help me get home. Because that's a true story too. Like I've been running for like 3.5 miles, but it was in the middle of July, and like I don't know what else to do, man. But I sat down on the street corner like, who else can help me get through? And literally I got this big knot in the back of my calf, and she gives me this stretching exercise on the side of a pole, but it helped me get back home, literally. Yeah, thank you very much.
And then those 2 sets of 10 out in between.
Yeah, you take a breather. You can't go, that's a good question. You can't leave and walk away and come back later on and tell them I'm going to do it. Go ahead and knock them out. You might have to breathe for a moment and then stay with it. It's the same thing my wife was sharing about walking at the Walmart, and make it a purpose. Don't say, well, I go walking every day all the time. But if that's not your purpose to be doing that, but you say I'm going to exercise, I'm going to walk. Yeah, I might walk to the mailbox every day, or I walk to the post office, but now I'm doing this. So now you're completing the task. But if you say, well, yeah, I walk every day, you probably do. You should if you can. But when you make it a purpose of I'm walking for my exercise, if I'm going to the Walmart you mentioned with my mom, we're going to walk every aisle. You're giving yourself a goal and you're holding yourself accountable. And she mentioned that. Now, in your case, sis, you and your mom will be each other's accountability partner. Me and my wife, we do that, and she learned. My wife tells you we hold each other accountable for certain things. Like she doesn't do curl-ups. When I'm getting ready to do a month full of curl-ups, 100 a day. And she won't do them with me, but she'll say, hey, did you get your curl-ups in today? And I need that. Even as a coach, I need motivation sometimes for that. Yes, sir.
How do you keep your calves from cramping?
I just told you, that's one of the, I have to stretch a lot, one.
Eat bananas.
Potassium is the other thing. I like bananas, but when I'm running, I just don't know why I don't seem to grab the bananas. So something that brings potassium to you is what brings down cramps there a lot. All right, so
Water.
you always want to drink water. I'm real bad about I drink coffee and I go running. Now I'm telling you my imperfections, but I run as far as I need to. But when I think about it, like, man, I drank the coffee the whole time and never had any water, and then cramps. So I had to learn from those different things and try to get better from that, because I miss when I cannot run and physically exercise. The other one I want to show y'all is just sitting in your chair where you are, and we're going to work on still on the lower legs. You stretch your legs out, and they're sitting here right now for now. Just let them sit and put your heel on the floor. And when I say go, we're going to raise them. So you want to sit up straight in your chair, no slouching and all that. You want to just your heels out. When I say go, we're going to lift them just like this. And hold them pointed just like that. All right, put them back down. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down. Now, the first part you're like, man, that's pretty good, coach. But wait till you get to the 10th one. You're gonna be like, oh, you're working on that part that helps you with your lower body, and you didn't even leave a chair. You were right in your chair. My father's in a wheelchair, and he does these all the time, as high as he can get it up. So it helps him so that even though he's in a wheelchair and bound to it, he can still use the restroom and all that, because he has enough leg muscle, because he's been doing this right here 3-4 times a day. Then I'm teaching you all to do sets of 5 or sets of 10. Okay? You had a question, sir? I'm sorry.
That's something like 6 inches.
Yeah, that is. And sitting there, yeah, you're a football guy. Yeah, yes, sir. I know.
Yeah, man.
The other one I want y'all to do is bring your legs back up against the back of your chair like this. We'll keep it square. And then we're going to put our arms up just like this. Watch what I do first. Nobody move. I'm pulling it in and I'm pulling it back. I'm pulling it in and I'm pulling it back. All right? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can anybody start feeling that yet?
Yep.
5. And for those of y'all that are listening to us on recording, we have our arms up in the air and they're spread out. And my wife and I do a lot of podcasts, so we use this stuff, all right? And when you just bring it in, if you can get it counted to 5. Now, the last one I want to show you is still your upper body. Is you're going to go back like this as far as you can. Don't overdo it. And you're just going to hold it there and count to 5. Same way we were.
Stretching.
Yeah, you stretch. Can everybody feel that? Come on, give me a little bit. Don't lean back. Don't lean. Just pull your arms back. You want to sit straight up. Can y'all feel that burning?
Yeah.
Hold it to 5.
Yeah.
Hold it up. Yeah, this is a stretch right here that will take you to the next level. All right? When I got my shoulder messed up, this is one that helped me. All right, we'll do one more, the same one together, but I'm going to do the count again so you can hear my voice from now on.
All right.
Ready? Go. 1, 2, come on, stretch it, y'all. 3, 4, 5. Really relax. You do that 5 or 10 times, you've done your exercise for the day.
I like that.
All right? Everything I just gave you was matching with the mental exercise, and we just put some physical exercise. We only did one standing up. We used a chair, we used a table. And like my wife said, everybody's not going to the gym, and some of the stuff in the gym almost intimidates you sometimes. So I just showed you a chair and a table. And then she gave you the lesson part. Everybody got, yes, sir?
What is the mood change that all physical activity helps you with? You know, you go from.
Well, let's go with the brains over here. I'm just the physical part.
What I mentioned before, as far as the chemicals that we have already God-given in our bodies, you know, that you want to activate, the serotonin.
Psychologically.
Yeah, it helps. So if you feel irritated, the best thing to do is walk. Okay, and all of a sudden you feel better. As far as this chair exercises, I would suggest that you go on YouTube and just type in chair exercises, because there's ones that stretch your back, your side, and things of that nature. So that is there. The last points I'll leave you with is, let's see, what I wanted to leave you with. Thank you, Coach. Y'all give him a hand. Okay, the last points are plan to exercise with a friend, set an alarm. See, and don't ignore it. I ignore my watch a lot. My watch tells me it's time to stand, it's time to walk. Make sure you close your circles. I'm bad. I'm telling you, I'm bad. But try to set an alarm to repeat your exercise every day. Get in a routine of exercising at the same time if you can every day. For instance, like we sometimes will take a walk, especially in the cool summer nights. Take a walk after dinner, and then reward yourself for a job well done. You know, treat yourself to something you enjoy when you exercise. My husband's favorite is ice cream. Now he got me down at Dairy Queen. I'm rewarding myself for doing something. I don't know what I did, but you want to reward yourself. However, you have to be honest. So no exercise, no reward. Can't get none of that low-fat ice cream, or what do you call it? Frozen yogurt. Frozen yogurt is good as well. Okay, so just remember your body and your mind, you cannot separate the two, and exercise is good for both.
Yeah, let me also remind you, when she gave you the treat time with the exercise, now, in my mind, I would run 3 miles and go get 2 ice cream cones. That's not what she's saying. Right? You can't reward yourself like that. You got to reward, because I love ice cream that much. But when she's saying you look up and it's a month later and you've been doing those exercises we talked about, give yourself a treat. Take yourself down there and get you a Rita's frozen yogurt or the ices. But this is not, well, I heard Coach Angie say I walked over, and I heard Coach Dwight say I did the table. I'm going to get me 2 ice cream cones.
Yeah.
That is not what she said. That's not a reward. That's something else. You used us as something to put you in a bad spot.
Reward yourself for your goals. So you set your own goal. Goals are going to be different. I know Miss Aretha, she walks a lot. Yeah, and she has a goal. I probably couldn't keep up with her right now because she's been doing it already. She's been doing it a lot. But there's a goal that's there. So when you hit that goal, then reward yourself. Okay? All right. I think I'm done. Thank you for listening to our podcast today, The Call of a Mentor. If you'd like to leave a positive comment, or if you'd like to be on our show, please give us a call at 757-737-8714, or you can drop us a text message. You can also email us at communityservant85@yahoo.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
The Call of a Mentor is a production of Marriage Map Ministries and EOVBAA in association with Overwhelming Victory Radio. Our executive producers are Dwight and Angela McDowell and Dr. Greg Glenville, with Andrew Fouts as our associate producer. To find out more about Overwhelming Victory Radio or to listen to any of our sister podcasts, visit overwhelmingvictory.org.